I don't know about you guys and girls, but the last thing I would ever want to hear is Donald Trump in a press conference saying, good luck to this person, they're going to need it. I don't know if you guys heard today, but our president pulled some people's cards in a news press conference. And in typical fashion, the press was very, very revealing of what the plan is of the deep state and what the plan is of the left, what they're going to do when they lose the election, what they're going to do when the president appoints the SCOTUS. So there's a lot to talk about today. And without further ado, we're going to jump right in. I'm Jared, this is RedRacer Video, formerly a car vlogger. Now I'm an independent citizen journalist. You make that possible with your purchases at RedRacerVideo.com. It's where our new free Kyle t-shirts can be purchased. We've also got our unmasked t-shirts still plentiful. And we've got the unmasked hoodies as well as the new mugs. So go check out RedRacerVideo.com. Link in the description. And thank you to everybody that supported the channel and helped us continue to do this on a daily basis. I can only do it because you guys do that. So thank you. So today, a lot that continues to happen. The people that we follow and the school of thought that I follow has given us some dates and made it very clear that this week would be very eventful. There would be a lot that happened, and the clock is ticking. And the people that everyone thinks is going to continue to get away with everything they begin to away with, we've all been telling you it's over and it's coming and it's over and it's coming. So I want to talk about a little bit of that today. One of the things I mentioned, like I said in the very beginning, was that they're they pretty much project, right? Whenever they're going to do something or we know what their plan is, they always project it because they got to start feeding people the idea before they start inciting violence and trying to get people to riot and do all that kind of stuff. Well, Don Lemon today was very open and honest about what their plan is for stuff. They know that our president's going to pick a Supreme Court justice they don't like. How do we know that? Because he's going to pick one. They don't even know who he's going to pick. He's going to pick one of 5 women, and they've already admitted they're going to burn the country down. They're going to burn the system down, and they're going to try and impeach him. It's his constitutional duty to appoint somebody, and they've already told us they're going to burn this whole country down over it. For those that think I'm making this stuff up, I want you to watch this. Hold on. You're just going to not watch, but listen. Listen to this clip. This again, speaks for itself.
Everybody sticks with it. A lot of cities, no matter what happens, everybody sticks with it.
We're going to have to blow up the entire system. And you know what we're going to have to do?
No, I don't know.
You know what we're going to, yes, what you're going to have to do?
You just got to
honestly, from what your closing argument is, you're going to have to get rid of the Electoral College. Because the people,
I don't see it.
So what happened there, what happened in that exchange was Don Lemon acknowledging that they're going to lose this whole SCOTUS deal. They know that he's going to pick somebody they don't like because he's going to pick somebody that's going to defend the Constitution. He then goes on to say that we got to burn the whole thing down. And then Cuomo wisely goes, dude, no, we can't keep inciting people to violence. We sound stupid. And Don Lemon then goes, oh, well, we got to abolish the Electoral College. So this is what happens. When the left, when the Democrats, when the deep state, when they're going to lose, when we're going to vote and not give them the power they want, what do? They burn it down. They continue to tell us they're going to burn it down. On a daily basis, they continue to tell us they're going to burn it down. And why do they tell us they're burning it down? I've got some notes for that, too. Hold on, let me get you this. Let me pull this up here. This is what I find entertaining about all of this. And not entertaining in a good way, entertaining in a bad way, but again, I try to laugh to keep from crying a lot of time. What do they know about the president's Supreme Court nomination? In the press conference that the president did today, he talked about the fact that he would be appointing somebody on Saturday, and it's going to go straight through the Supreme Court or straight through the Senate. They're ready to go. They're ready to vote on it. The Senate has already made it clear that they've got the votes they need. Some of the Rhino Republicans that they would hope wouldn't be voting for it have already kind of said, yeah, I don't know how I vote against this one. So they know this is going to get rammed through. Whether they like it or not, it's going to happen. And all they know as a result of that is that so far it's a woman and that she's going to be picked by Donald Trump. That's it. And he has come out and said numerous times it's one of 5 people. So how do they know that they hate this person so bad? How do they know they've got to burn our country down over this? They don't even know who it is. And the president's been very careful. He's acknowledged some of the big names, and I think people have their top, 2 or 3 or whatever. But how do they know? They know what's happening. Like I said in yesterday's video, they already know exactly what this means. This means that they are all screwed. There's something else that happened inside of this press conference that, to me, it made it very clear what our press is trying to do. They're always trying to paint a narrative. They're always trying to incite the public to do something. What are they trying to incite the public to do right now? Inside of this meeting, or inside of this press conference, they made it very clear that they are going to try real hard to make everybody focus on the whole Breonna Taylor thing right now. I'm not going to get into all of that. All I'm going to tell anybody who wants to know about the Breonna Taylor thing, go and look up the Officer Tatum, Brandon Tatum, his channel on YouTube. He has gone in depth into the Breonna Taylor stuff. He's an ex-police officer. He's a black dude. So he's, you know, if anybody's got room to speak on this, he's at least got a little room to speak on it. And he's been very open about what actually happened in the Breonna Taylor case. The media knows that the officers in the Breonna Taylor case acted, this is my opinion, I'm just speculating, guys, say what you will in the comments, I don't care. They know that these cops are going to get off because the Breonna Taylor situation, whether these cops, you know, handled this thing perfectly or not, it wasn't like these officers went and tried to kill a black person. That couldn't be farther from the truth. That's just not how it played out. They know that these officers are not going to serve the time or pay the justice that Black Lives Matter or whoever it is wants them to pay. So they're already revved up and ready to go. And they want the American public just waiting on pins and needles to go riot and loot and do all that stuff again, right? They've made that very, very clear. How do we know that? Because as the president is trying to walk off of the stage, and he even said, I have an emergency phone call I've got to get to. I've got to go off the stage. I can't remember the name of the reporter, Caitlin or something like that. I can't remember her name now. But she is just screaming at him on his way off the stage about Breonna Taylor and trying to get a reaction. One more thing for people that aren't familiar with what's going on with the Breonna Taylor thing, the reason they're trying so hard to get people revved up and get people looting and rioting over Breonna Taylor is because the mayor or the governor of, I don't remember if it's the city or the state, but they've already reached out to the National Guard. Like the president always says, all you got to do is ask and we'll come in and we'll put them down. And we're not going to let riot and insurrection and looting happen. Peaceful protesting, that's fine. But people start damaging stuff, destroying stuff, hurting people. The United States National Guard will be ready and on call to do what they need to do. So again, this mayor or governor, I don't remember which one of the state or city, has already said, yeah, you know what, come on in, help us, because we already know what's coming. So again, this is why the media is projecting what they're already going to do. They're going to do everything they can to start another humongous riot / whatever you want to call it all through the country over another black person or another black individual that gets put in an extreme circumstance with police where, I get it, it can be looked at a number of different ways. So again, moving on from that, because I didn't ever tend to spend that many minutes on that. I've got some other things here that I wanted to bring up for today. The whole virus thing, you guys know, again, one more time, RedRacerVideo.com, my unmasked t-shirts, my unmasked hoodies, my unmasked mugs. I've also got shirts now coming that are going to say 6%. We've got mugs that say 6%. The media is still tripping over themselves to keep driving fear throughout the world over the virus. I understand there are still cases, there are still numbers, there are still things that people could do to make people still afraid a little bit about what's going on with this, okay? That's as far as I'm going to go with giving people credit on that. Let's start talking about everything else. And today, again, in the press conference with the president, they tried very hard to pin him into a corner and pin Dr. Atlas. I can't remember his first name. David Atlas, I think. But Dr. Atlas was there answering questions too. And he was very clear about the fact that all the media is doing is focusing on cases. And they're ignoring the fact that hospitalizations are down half. Deaths are down. I think it's well over half. They're ignoring the fact that the CDC just once again quietly went in and fixed their numbers that made the death tolls again look really, really pathetic. The media is still just tripping themselves over themselves to make us all ignore a lot of positive things that are happening and continue to happen as they relate to the virus. So just remember at all times what is going on. We are being sold a bill of goods. We are being sold a set of fear-mongering tactics that they all want us to fall in line with. And if we don't, we'll be called insensitive because we don't care about our grandparents and all that nonsense, right? All the while, though, let's not forget about some of the things that they are absolutely deciding to ignore and not tell us. Like, for instance, the fact that Hunter Biden, it was announced today, Hunter Biden was paid by non-resident women who were nationals of Russia or other Eastern European countries who appear to be linked to an Eastern European prostitution or human trafficking ring. Hunter Biden got caught paying people involved in prostitution and human trafficking rings in the countries that we know he's involved doing stuff that he shouldn't be doing in, while his father is running for the Democratic Party for President of the United States. How is it that no one in the media, they're screaming over people trying to ask our president questions about Breonna Taylor still, and about the virus still, and about the SCOTUS still, that he's told them over and over and over, going to be a woman, going to be one of 5 people, going to be somebody with impeccable records, but they still are convinced they're going to hate this person no matter what. They'll ask question after question after question over all that stuff. But when Hunter Biden, when it comes out that he was giving money to hookers and human traffickers, no big deal. Not one question from our media about that. Not one. Okay. A few more things that I want to touch on, and then we're going to let you guys slide out of here on an easy one today. Bloomberg, and this is all, I want to give credit to the BaQery. If you guys haven't been there, go to thebakery.com, BAQERY.com. I won't link in the description because YouTube does not like them and Google does not like them and they don't want you going there. But go and look up thebakery.com. And really quick, on Instagram, at RedRacer Video, go check one of my posts, hit it. You'll see I tag everyone in the BaQery. Go follow them. These people are solid gold. They are right over the target. This is where I got a lot of these information that I want to give you guys before you leave in today's video. Billionaire Bloomberg, who used to be running for president, it was pathetic. He spent like $1 billion and never got any traction whatsoever. He spent $16 million paying for felons in Florida to like pay up their restitution so they had the ability to vote again. $16 million for felons to be able to vote. I don't even have to tell you guys why he would do that. Let's just move on to the next point. Again, that came from Steven Stackpole, QML drops from the BaQery. Republicans are calling for an investigation into who is funding the riots in New York City, Portland, and Seattle, the places who have been labeled anarchist jurisdictions. I went into that in my last video. If you guys missed it, go watch it. So New York, Seattle, and Portland, where they've just let people kill people, destroy businesses, beat people to death, you name it. In these same places, Republicans are now calling for investigations to see who was funding all of that. Again, no questions from our media to our president or to Kayleigh McEnany, the press secretary, about any of these things. Clearly big things. South Korea and North Korea, I touched on this in my last video really quickly. They announced an end to the Korean War, the war on the Korean Peninsula. Yet another thing that our president is absolutely elbows deep in making happen. Chicago Tech executive Stills Tech, sorry, I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm trying to outthink the quote and I'm going to screw it up. From a nuclear facility and sent it to Pakistan. Did the media talk about that today? Nope. Did the media ask our president about that today? Nope. A couple other things that I want to tell you guys about really quickly, and then I'm going to let you slide out of here. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. But it has been talked about in the circles of people that I associate with and that a lot of you probably watch as well. A lot of these people, like I said, are in the BaQery. Go to thebakery.com. It's been mentioned, though, that all these politicians and all these people are not going to be able to even walk down the street soon. They're already to that point. I don't know if you guys missed it, but Chuck Schumer, I think this happened today or yesterday, was out answering some questions and he got heckled by a guy that screamed at him and said, "You ain't doing bleep. Stop lying to the people." This is one of a handful of scenarios recently where people, and by people I mean Democratic senators and representatives, are getting heckled by people and destroyed by people in their cities, in their hometowns. These people are their constituents. These are the people that voted for them or that would be voting them back in. And these people are destroying them on a daily basis out in front of the media. Guys and gals, please do not lose focus of what's going on in our country. Please do not lose focus of the fact that just like in yesterday's video, I'm going to end by telling you the Democrats, the left, and the deep state have told you what they're going to do. They are going to beat us. They're going to kill us. They're going to burn our cities down. They're going to try to shut our economy down again. They will stop at nothing to try and get Donald Trump out of power. Even though all the man does is peace after economic improvement, after you name it, they have shown us exactly what they will do and that they will stop at nothing to do it. One more time, follow me at RedRacer Video on Instagram. Go follow all of my baker friends on Instagram. I'm going to leak something else, guys and gals. I might get in trouble for saying this, but I'm going to do it anyway. October 23rd through the 25th, Sedona, Arizona. There's a potential, there's a rumor. I just heard this from a friend. A friend of a friend told me that there might be a bunch of the BaQery holding a big event in Sedona, Arizona on the 23rd through the 25th. Possibly some big roundtable events where you could purchase tickets to have dinner with all of the people, not all the people, but a bunch of people in the BaQery. Potentially some big rally type events. So in the comments down below, let my baker friends know how many of you would want to be in Sedona, Arizona for that event if the BaQery was going to hold a big event from the October 23rd through the 25th. Obviously, right before election time, a very critical time in our country when I think we need to be bringing people together. I think it's our job to get involved and start doing that. Potential that could be happening. Let me know what you guys think down in the description. One more time, RedRacerVideo.com. Thank you to everybody who makes this possible. Thank you to everybody who's been reaching out in support, letting us all know that we are coming together. I know we're getting more people by the day. We have more people awake than we had yesterday. And like I said in the earlier in the video, these people are getting to the point where they can't walk down the street anymore. Thank you to everyone who's speaking up. Everyone stay strong. United we stand, divided we fall. Where we go one, we go all. I love you guys. Thank you. We will talk to you on the next one. Jared, RedRacer Video.